Hello again. I am excited to talk to you guys about layering and leadership. So this is the next part of your Success in the Season video series. And I am finding that really for team building, when we are building our businesses and we are moving into a leadership position, that layering has always been key. So whether we were in this season or back prior to this season of life, layering has always been necessary because not everybody is going to make a decision on the spot, especially when it comes to starting a new business. Now, a lot of people will. Now, I want you to know that there are so many people that I have signed up on the spot after just sharing the information about it one time with them. They decided this is a great deal, $100. That's amazing. I'm getting $500 worth of stuff in it. Like, I might as well get the starter kit, see what happens. There's no strings attached. So there are so many people that have signed up just on the spot. And I feel like that anytime that can happen, that's ideal because you want people to sign up closest to the information of when they heard about the opportunity, when they're excited about it, when they're already thinking about the possibilities. Because if you let them kind of walk away, then the chances of them coming back kind of decrease more and more because it's not in front of them anymore. Just like with the product, you want them to make the decision right there to take it home versus go home and think about it. And then, the excitement kind of dies out or somebody rains on their parade or whatever. And so it is like anytime that they are really thinking about it and you can help them walk through, what's holding them back and get them signed up on the spot, that is the best. However, just because they are someone who is not ready to sign up on the spot does not mean that they're never going to. So sometimes people just need some layering is what we call it. And so layering is basically inviting people to multiple different types of things. They come to a girls' night event, they come to a marketing event, they come to a guest event that a national's doing, coming and speaking and training. They get together with you for a one-on-one appointment. They might be host something. They watch an opportunity video. They've done a leadership training call with your director. Like, there's just different things you can do to layer them. They obviously don't have to go through all of these things before they can start their business. Because like my mom is a perfect example. Our national Stacey James, she started her business just after hearing the marketing plan one time, didn't even try the product, didn't go to an event, just signed up on the spot right then at a lunch appointment with one of her friends who had started her business and was walking her through the marketing plan. And so it does not take all these hoops you have to jump through in order to get the job done. But some people need a little bit of layering. They just need to kind of think on it, kind of process it. They need to see the environment or play with the product some more or get to know you better. Like, it's a process. So right now, what I'm finding in this season, that it's the same thing. Some people are signing up on the spot because, hey, it's a great deal. Some people need to kind of process it, but the layering actually happens a lot faster right now in this season than in the previous life. Because before, I feel like when we would layer them, there was some time in between. Like, a guest event would happen and be like, oh, hey, there's these prospects that I got together with 5 months ago. I should invite them to this guest event that's going to be coming up next week or whatever. So the layering process gets kind of drawn out. Well, right now, the layering process is much easier because everything's virtual. So for example, right now we're doing the Tuesday night girls night in events that you can invite your guests on to come and learn more about the product. At this event, they get to learn about the product. They get to learn more about the company because as the directors that are leading the event, we share a little bit about our story. We answer some questions for them. And then we do product drawing. So they kind of get a whole feel. They also get to see the culture because they get to see how much we care about each other and we love each other and celebrate each other and joke around and break out and dance and be silly. And they get to see our friendship, our culture. Like, that is attractive to a lot of women. A lot of women want that. They want to have good friends, deep connections. They want to have women who will walk across the ends of the earth to help them out, like what we do in Mary Kay. They want that sense of family and that community. And so they get to see that. The girls night in events that we're doing on Tuesday nights, like, that is really like the whole shebang wrapped up into one event. They get to learn about the product, they get to see our culture, they get to learn about the company, they get to ask questions, they get free product, like everything. Okay. So that's Tuesday nights. Then on Thursday nights, Lindsay Shepard and I are doing a Let's Talk Live, like Facebook Live event in our Glam Life Facebook group. So our Glam Life Facebook group is a group for you to add your prospects to, your customers, your clients, your prospects, anybody, everybody, add them to this group. Because what I do in there is we do Facebook Live tutorials on the product. We'll do, Lynn's might do like a quick Facebook Live, 5-minute mom makeup look or something like that. Like she'll do things in there, and I'll do things in there, and we post about the product, we post about the opportunity. It's not overload. It's just every once in a while we'll put something in there. So basically, like things that I would share with my client group, I put into that group, so it not only benefits my clients, but it benefits all of your clients and prospects. And it's just kind of layering them. They're just learning a little bit more about how the company works, more information. So my other video that you're watching in this series is going to walk you through that group in more detail, but the Glam Life group. So we go live in there on Thursday nights, and we do, it's a kind of a 2-part hour appointment. And so each week we talk about a different category, like contouring or masking or exfoliation or, skincare or a smoky eye look or whatever. So it's a mixture of either skincare or treatments or the glamour side. And then we have a segment of it that talks about the opportunity, but it's a different part of the opportunity. Like one week we might talk a little bit more about how you make your money, and we might break it down in detail in a different, like going through the different percentages. Like last week we did like a masks and money event, and Lindsay talked all about some of our different masks, and she actually put them on and let people see them working. And then I talked about the money side, like how the income breaks down, and I used props. I used Elijah's Marvel characters like Captain America and is Batman and some different figurines, and I did like a props, and I showed like what it was like when Batman the beauty consultant was selling the product and how much money he was making, and then Captain America decided to join his team. The whole thing, it was very comical. And so we like to just make it light and funny, and so every week's just a different topic. It's a different topic about the product and then about the opportunity. And so that way people can watch, like we want them to be able to watch every week if they have to. Like hopefully they're coming back the next week and they're inviting their own guests onto it because they're a new consultant, but we want them to be able to join in every week and just learn different things and to just be a part of the culture and get to know us and build those relationships with us Mary Kay women. And so, we have that for you to invite guests on, and they can join live. And so the cool thing about it being in that group is that even if you're not able to be on it that night, like your guests might still see it and they might jump on and they might watch it and they might text you and be like, hey, I think I'm ready to do this or whatever. So we have those 2 events are consistent every single week. Occasionally we might do like a beauty and Bible study event for guests. We might do, a different like just marketing event. Sometimes my mom, our national, will do like a Facebook Live or a YouTube Live marketing event where she's kind of sharing her story and kind of diving more into like, how this company allows you to build your confidence or, something specific like that. So there's those kind of things that you're able to invite people to. And then Saturdays, we do a Saturday Surge every Saturday morning, and that's just for consultants. So that is consistently in place. Every Saturday, it's a workshop where 2 of our James area directors and then our national Stacy will share an idea or train on something every week, and you watch that live in the James area Rockstar Facebook group. So you're watching that live in there on Saturdays. But the reason I'm telling you that for this layering piece is that sometimes I will use that when I'm sharing the opportunity with someone and say it's, it's like Thursday, we're on the Thursday event And I'm letting them know, hey, actually, if you get started right now, we'll get your welcome going. And then Saturday, we're doing this awesome workshop that only consultants can attend. And we have some of our top executives in our family are going to be teaching. And this would be so great for you to be able to be on as a new consultant. So if you want to get started right now, then you'll be able to join us for that on Saturday. And just using it to create urgency, like a reason for why they want to join before Saturday so that they can be able to be a part of that. In addition to if you're offering a welcome gift. So like Tuesday nights, anybody that signs up, they get the treatment that we're talking about that night. So like last week was the eye patches. So we were talking about the eye patches. And then we had consultants that signed up that night because they get the eye patches as their welcome gift if they signed up. We did the masks last Thursday, like I said. So then we did the mask is a welcome gift. Anybody that signed up that night got the mask for free with their starter kit. So we have signing bonuses, welcome gifts that they get when they sign up on the spot, something to create urgency. But for layering purposes, let's say you invite some guests on for a Tuesday night and they're like, I'm kind of thinking about this and I'm like a little bit interested, but I don't know. And if you just can't get them to, the welcome gift is not doing it to get them to sign up on the spot, and you can say, okay, well, on Thursday, we've got this other event. You should check that out. And you get to hear a little bit more about whatever, the topic is that week. And just get them on the next thing. Get them on the next thing. Then on Thursday, people who join that, they're like, oh, I'm kind of interested. I'm thinking about it. And say, awesome. Well, actually Saturday, if you decide you want to sign up by Saturday, then you get to go to this workshop with us, this virtual workshop. If that's not doing it, then getting them on the next Tuesday or sending them a video. Like this video I saw this video and I really thought that this would, you would relate to this. So you should watch this and tell me what you think, or offer them, a little free gift, like a vitamin C square, treatment. Like it comes with a pack of 12 of them, like giving her just one of those. I use those as little gifts incentives all the time, or a sample pack or whatever as a gift for watching the video and giving her feedback, and things like that. So there's just something where you're just kind of layering them for the next thing. Or, hey, I'm doing some leadership training right now. That's like the best thing to do, is get her on a leadership training call with me so that I can walk her through more information, answer her questions, share my story a little bit more in depth. And so you can position that though as that this is training for me. This is like for you. This is training for you. It is helping you learn a little bit more how to answer questions with your business. And I like to do that because it just takes that expectation off of them, because then they're not feeling like there's any expectation on them to do anything with the information that we're sharing, that they're just helping you learn. But at the same time, if they're kind of interested, like it's a perfect opportunity for them to ask more of those questions that they're thinking of, and to learn a little bit more about it. So giving them something like that gives you, like, just allows them to hear about it. What you don't want to do is you don't want to have someone who's kind of interested and then you're like, okay, we'll go think about it and talk to me about it later. Because if you don't set up that next thing to get them invited to, or that follow-up conversation with them the next day, then you're losing that opportunity, because they might be really interested, but if no one's following up with them, no one's getting them, plugged into the next thing, then you could miss out on that. So the nice thing about this season though was that you're able to layer them much quicker. So we've had a lot of our new consultants that have been joining our unit. They were on, a Tuesday night event. They did a leadership training call with me, and then they, were on the Thursday night event and they decided to sign up. So like they're doing 2 or 3 things and then they're deciding that they want to sign up because they were layered. But if you didn't take the next step with them, then you're missing out on that opportunity. So layering them is important. Having a sense of urgency. So also what you can do, like, so on Tuesdays, say they're kind of thinking about it, be like, okay, well then, if she's already done a leadership training call, like that's the next thing, like getting on the leadership training call the next day with me, or with your director, having her do that, like, so it's still fresh in her mind. But if she's already done a leadership training call, then you're saying, well, Thursday, you should watch this event on Thursday. I've got a little gift for you. I'd love to get your feedback on Thursday. But then you could also tell her, but if you decide between now and then, before Thursday, you do want to give it a shot, then what you can do is you can invite your own guests on Thursday night, and anything that they want to purchase, anything that they choose, if they decide they want to start their business, that all goes to you. So you can use that time to not only watch, but to make money. And you do that same thing with Tuesdays. If you're inviting them on Tuesdays and they're kind of thinking about it, like if we did a leadership training call with them and we're like, well, you should join us on Tuesday night. You'll have so much fun. You'll learn a lot more about the products and the company. And you can say, but if you decide before then you want to start your own business, then you can invite your own guests on, and we'll walk you through how to do that and give you all the information, the tools, and you can make, learn and earn, make some money while you're doing it. So having that layering piece is so essential. And you guys, this opportunity is such a blessing in the season, because it is allowing women to have a way to be able to provide for their family, but still be at home at the same time, which has always been an option to do. But right now we have such a captive audience, and we are working with women all over the country more than we ever have before, because we've always had no territories. But right now we have women all over the country who are available to us, and we're learning how to build this virtual business. And it's something we can continue doing even after the season has passed. In the future, we still have this tool that we're using, and it's allowing us to connect with even more women. So I'm getting more referrals than I ever had before. And you guys know how many referrals that I get, because I've built my business for the last 15 years off of referrals. So I've always gotten referrals, but right now I'm getting more than I ever have before, because they're giving me people all over the country who I am able to work with. I'm able to deliver them a beauty bag or a pamper pack to them as their gift. And I'm able to connect with people. I'm connecting with my customers that are in different states that I started with. Like, I've had all my customers from college who are still my customers today, but now they've, moved all over the country, but they still order stuff from me. And now, like, I normally with my customers here, I invite them to things. I have them come on Tuesday nights. I keep them fresh in front of the new products, but that's not as easy to do with my customers who live all over the place. And now I'm like, hey, jump on this virtual event, or let's get together and do a virtual session. Like, it's because before that might not have been like a common thing that we would have done. Like, they would have been like, it's kind of weird. Like, some people didn't even know what Zoom was before this season. And now it's like everybody knows what Zoom is. Everyone is on Zoom like daily now. And so now it's not a weird thing to be like, hey, let's do this virtually. And even after the season has passed and people do get back together in person, it's still going to be a normal thing. People are still going to use Zoom way more than they ever did before the pandemic. So it's giving you that way to connect with people. But that way, your new consultants that are starting their businesses, like, this is such an amazing time to be able to learn, because since we're having to do everything virtually, they're learning way more about the product than they were when we would just do things in person. Because in person, we kind of just run through the products, we kind of give them some basic information. But since we're doing it through a screen now, we're having to give them more information. We're having to teach them more about the products, because QVC style, like, that is what's selling it. If they're not getting to try it, they're learning about how it works, why it works. You're romancing it in front of the camera, and that's what's causing them to buy it. So now new consultants are watching that, and they're learning way more about it than they, would have previously. They would have eventually learned all of the things after they've gone to some conferences and they've been around it more and been using it themselves. But now it's like crash course, like you're learning everything all at one time, which has been super fun. And new consultants have just been able to plug in immediately, because it doesn't matter where they're at, they're plugging in virtually. You're not having to connect them to a adopted director somewhere. Like, it's just, everything is happening for them so much faster, and it's just been amazing. And everybody's been shopping online, and for them to be able to access beauty products right now safely without having to go to a store or try to, they can't go to Sephora and just go start demoing products anymore. Like, that's not a sanitary option right now. So, like, they're having a beauty business is an essential business. And that is a huge gift that we're able to offer women. And so women are looking for that, but they just need to learn more about it. And that's where layering comes in. So, and the company, you know, is just going above and beyond with the bonuses and the commission and everything that they can do, throw our way just to help us in this season too, as they always do. But there's a lot of things available for us. So, so if you have questions, you need some help, or you have some more ideas for layering your consultants, or layering your customers, please share them with us in our Glam Fam, because that's the beauty of this, is that we're all in it together. We're all here to help each other. So, all right, there you go. I love you guys.